Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. About 12 years ago, I realized that my help only can come from this Lord who made heaven and earth. No experts, no doctors, no one in the world could help my daughter. I knew if I were going to find any answers, it would be in the scriptures, in the Bible. So I stuck my nose into the Bible and I read and searched and read. And I began to find the God who heals all our diseases. I began to see Jesus who healed all who came to him. I began to see our Redeemer, the Savior, who bore all our sicknesses and offered his body so that by his stripes on his own flesh, we could be healed. And as I would share these findings and my excitement, my revelations with other believers, I would often hear them say, "What about Paul's thorn?" God didn't take away Paul's thorn, even though he asked him. He said, "My grace is sufficient for you, Paul." You know what that felt like? It was as if someone stuck a knife into the middle of my soul and twisted it. With every word, it would bleed out. And I would run back home, fall on my knees before God and say, "Lord, is this it? You're just going to give me strength to suffer?" And what he showed me is that what I have seen right, that he's a redeemer. And that these characters like Paul and Old Testament prophets that had to lay out naked on the streets of Jerusalem and eat, food cooked overdone. And the prophet had to marry a prostitute. They have such special ministry. And yet we can't build our theology on these prophets and on their experiences because of their unique calling and ministry. And there are so many things that people just simply make up about Paul's story. It's not in there. I encourage you to read it for yourself and see what is in there and what is not in there. And so I was encouraged again and again. The devil has come many times to trap me, to take the word that I've been reading and receiving right out of my heart. But I kept running back to God and said, "Okay, help me, help me. I see these counter arguments, but you have to help me. Help me to keep seeing the truth." And he did. And he is who he says he is. He is the Lord who heals us. He is our healer and our good, good Father who gives good gifts to his children.